Hello and welcome to Business Matters, the show about people behind businesses that help make Tacoma a great place to live and work. I'm your host, Mike Wark, and on today's show, we have a business spotlight where we get a taste of Tacoma from Uncle Thurms finger licking ribs and chicken. On District Focus, the Hilltop Business Association is bursting with all sorts of activities. And on this episode of Tacoma Means Business, Andrew Fry provides tips to help your business grow. And today, my guest is Anya Evans, owner of the Proctor Mercantile.
Hi.
Hi, welcome.
Thank you.
It's great to have you here.
Yeah, thanks.
I think you're one of the youngest business owners we've had on in a while, and you have quite a story, so I'm looking forward to hearing it. Tell us about the Proctor Mercantile.
So at the Proctor Mercantile, we have a lot of home goods and baby goods, and then we also sell fiesta wear. It's home goods and it's dinnerware.
So the fiesta wear are plates that are all different colors and on purpose. So you pick the different colors you want, and they're all the accessories are different colors, and they're really festive design.
Yeah, super bright. They make it kind of fun though, because they bring one color in every year and discontinue one.
Oh, really?
So you have to. It's like a collector item.
So people keep coming in and switching out their color mix?
Yep.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, it always brings them back.
So that's how come offering fiesta wear is such a great business model, because people are always coming back for more.
Yeah.
You don't have to fully trade out what your dishes are if you get tired of them, because they're always changing.
Yeah, and all the colors always look good together. So you can keep your collection going.
Then what are some more specifics about the kind of products that you offer?
So a lot of our big section right now that we just introduced is a baby area.
Wow.
So we have a lot of like baby clothes is a big aspect of the store right now. Yeah. And then a lot of toys, like swaddles for babies.
Okay.
Prints that can go in the rooms or just in the general house. That's a big one right now.
The prints, the pictures?
Yeah, like home decor styles. And then we're also getting into just other home goods like cups and mugs and fun stuff.
And home decor, though, is also the decor, like you help people outfit their kitchens.
Yeah, we can. So if they want, like, we can take a look at their house, like the color of their kitchens and see what fiesta wear goes best with it.
Okay.
And then if they want, we can style out like prints for the walls or planters and that type of stuff as well.
And you have amazing selection of prints and planters and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, a lot of local, like U.S. artists do our prints for us.
And you also have local artisans and craftspeople?
Yeah, a couple. We have a couple from Seattle that do like mugs and stickers. A lot of prints actually from Portland.
Wow.
That's a big one for us right now. But yeah, we're getting a lot of U.S. made product into the store. A lot of jewelry.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so you have a whole range of things. So
yeah, we do.
What are some of your favorites?
My favorite has been the baby area. It's been really fun to build it out because it's something we've never done before. So once we kind of took the leap to go into it, it was just kind of like a whole new world was open. So we got to really design out the space.
So you're in this really cool neighborhood, the Proctor District, which has a lot of cool stuff around it. What do you find draws people into your store?
I think it's just, so we have been open for so long where we've refreshed the product in the last year. So it's bringing a lot of people in because it's brand new stuff. And we really try to get stuff that's not in stores in Tacoma yet. Okay. So it's things that people haven't necessarily seen.
Okay.
And then fiesta wear, just, it's so colorful, it really grabs people's attention from the outside, so they kind of come in and see what it is.
So if you're looking for some decorative ideas, you definitely have to go there to be sure you're getting the full range of possibilities.
Yes, yes.
Now, you say the store has been around a long time.
Yeah.
So there's a real history here, right? I mean, you're the third generation Evans?
Yeah.
Tell us about that. Starting with your store. Your store was owned by your grandma.
Yeah, it was owned by my grandmother, Anne. We opened in 1988.
Okay.
And back then we were called the Old House Mercantile. We were still in Proctor. We were just across the street. And at that time, it was a cafe upstairs and a gift shop downstairs.
Okay.
So it was kind of a place where like people could go to lunch and then walk around and then
get some gifts.
Yeah, get gifts and then walk around the neighborhood. It was just kind of like a little destination spot.
Sure.
And then we were there for many years. And then 6 years ago, we moved across the street right next to the Pacific Northwest shop. So this is our new space.
Next to the Pacific Northwest shop, which is just a competitor, right?
Such a competitor, yes.
Well, not really, because that's owned by your...
It's my grandfather's store,
Okay,
which is
Bill
now
Evans.
my uncle. Yeah.
Yeah, so people who've been watching the show for a long time will know we interviewed Bill Evans for the Northwest store here once.
Yeah, he's had that store for over 45 years. Yeah.
Amazing. So I would imagine you know a little bit about this business.
Yes. Yeah, just a little bit.
Because how old were you when you started working in them?
When I was actually being paid to work, I started at 15.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was in high school at Bellarmine. And I'd work on the weekends and summers and Christmas. And then I worked the whole time I was going through high school. And then when I graduated high school, I went to UW Tacoma.
Great school.
It is a good school, yes. I got my criminal justice degree. So I was there for 3 years getting that. And the whole time I was working at the Pacific Northwest shop. And then I became the buyer and I ran their online spaces. For the store.
Wow. Yeah. Okay, so you got all this depth of experience.
Yeah.
Went to school, earned a criminal justice degree. I'm suspicious that maybe you had a different career track in mind for a while?
Yeah, I really wanted to go into social work.
Okay.
That was a goal of mine to really want to do. But once I graduated, it became time when my grandmother wanted to retire. And there was kind of like I could go for my dream now or I could wait later. So I just decided why not go for it and
Your dream
see
is?
how it works out. Own a store.
Really?
Yeah, to own my own store.
So how long have you been the owner?
So I've been the owner since last April.
Okay,
yeah.
What a great opportunity. So you made the leap.
Yeah, just went for it. Yeah.
So what happened in the transition between when your grandmother owned the store and you did? Did you make some changes?
Yeah, so we changed the whole look of the store. So we did all new displays. We painted the outside of the store, gave it a new look. The only products we kept are Fiestaware, the dinnerware, and Polish pottery.
And you totally changed around everything else you have in the store?
Yeah, everything.
Cool.
Yeah, so we've gone to a lot of gift shows. We've gone to Atlanta because I figured if we go to Atlanta, we can get so many new like East Coast makers that aren't here yet. So we were able to find a lot of new people there.
Well, you are in Evans. You do have creative ways to find cool things.
Yes.
We know about your family.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
It's a second generation store in more ways than one.
Proctor's grown so much in the last couple years that we've definitely seen like an increase in more people coming to the neighborhood, and on weekends it's so busy there.
Great.
That it's great to see so many people that it's definitely helping our business a lot.
Okay, so bottom line, since you've taken over, how are sales?
They're great. They've increased a lot.
That must feel good.
Yeah, it's amazing to see that growth. And every time I go to my grandma and tell her like how our day did, she's just kind of shocked at the growth. But
oh, good, you're impressing Grandma.
yeah, that's the goal, right?
That's fabulous.
Yeah.
So what else are you working on as far as building out the store? Are you working on an online component?
Yeah, so we've taken this past year to really focus on what we wanted the store to look like in person. And now we're starting the process of doing our online store. So we are slowly creating like what we want to be our first items, and it's definitely Fiestaware.
Oh.
It kind of what we've sold it for so long that it's really what we know, and there's such a following for it around the whole country. So we really think that's the best thing to go first online.
Well, that's really interesting. So you could start becoming a national source. That could really take off.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that sounds like a big chunk of work to start an online presence. Do you bring in consultants or do you do it yourself?
So at the store, we have 3 really great staff, and they definitely help with all aspects. So one of the staff is mainly focusing, Hannah. She's really taken on the internet thing as her own, and all of her attention's going to it.
So you do it in-house. Do you have a website that uses the base?
Yeah, so we use Shopify. So they host our website, our domain, and then we can create whatever we want our website to look like through them.
Okay, so so people out there who are thinking about doing this, that's a good place to start.
Yeah, it's super simple. It's easy to understand. It's not too complicated. Like, it's very laid out. But yeah.
And it's been a success because this is the same probably basis you used to build the site at the Northwest store for your grandfather.
For the Northwest shop, we had a custom-made website.
Oh, I see.
So it was definitely more geared to the Northwest shop.
I see.
We had it custom built for us. But here it's more of a general one to see what we want to, in the future, create for ourselves.
Okay, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
So tell me, you're an entrepreneur, somebody who made the decision to jump into owning a business and did it. What advice do you have for people who might want to follow in your footsteps?
I think the biggest advice is to listen to other people. Like, always take advice. Don't be afraid to ask questions, because you're not going to know everything. Like, going into a business, there's so much that you learn all at once, and you really take on all aspects. You're in the store,
Right.
you do your own accounting, you do your social media, you run your website. Like, it's overwhelming. So asking for help and asking others, it's key.
What's the best piece of advice that you've gotten?
To just follow your gut. And
Really?
if you think it's right, go for it.
And that's been paying off, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has, definitely. Yeah.
So what do you see in the future?
I hope to be there for many years to come, but definitely a growth in our online. That's a really big focus for us. We really want to blow that one up.
To really get the online market going and
Yeah.
build a presence in Proctor. And Proctor must be a wonderful place to do business.
Yeah, it's grown so much in the last couple years that there's so many new stores and restaurants coming in.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And did you say the character's starting to sort of evolve a little bit?
Yeah, I think there's definitely, it's just more of it has always been a family area, but I feel like it's more walkable, it's all age groups, it's just kind of a destination now to visit.
Well, I certainly want to visit again, knowing that things are evolving, and now that you're in charge,
Yeah.
and your grandfather's wonderful store is still there, owned by an uncle?
Yeah, my uncle Matt just bought the
Okay.
Northwest shop.
Okay.
So it's still the same store. They didn't change anything.
Okay.
But yeah.
That's good, because I like that store.
Yeah, that store's great. They did open another one. They have one in Wallingford in Seattle now.
No kidding.
Yeah.
So the Evans family continues to expand. The next
Yes.
generation's taking over.
Yeah.
The next generation of the Proctor district's a lot to check out.
Yeah.
This has been really great. Thanks, Anya, for being our guest
Yeah,
today.
thank you.
Up next, a stroll through the growing Hilltop Business neighborhood on District Focus. Connecting people to business is what Tacoma is all about. The Hilltop Business District is buzzing with new buildings and fresh ideas. Let's check it out.
I'm Dr. Michelle Marconi, owner of Marconi Chiropractic and Wellness, and I represent the Hilltop Business Association. The Hilltop Business Association is comprised of all the businesses and the residents of the Hilltop area. It's actually quite incredible. It's growing tremendously. Hilltop Business Association has been here since 1995, so we're almost at 25 years. And the membership has grown dramatically these past few years. We're a family up here. Mostly we're mom and pop stores, and people want to support people that they know. So I really feel like the Hilltop has that uniqueness about it. I'm a chiropractor, we have a wellness center, but we also have a lot of restaurants, bars. We have a great place called Spun that does pottery. We have incredible places. The Red Elm is amazing. I love to mention them because they come in and they're residents of the Hilltop and they actually work here. We definitely see with Sound Transit bringing in the transit through here in 2022, we definitely see more people coming up here, wanting to work here, wanting to live up here, wanting to do business up here. I mean, we are seeing so many more apartments coming up, more high-end things coming up here too. We're seeing the future growing. By 2022, we don't even know where it's going to go. We just see positivity up here. It's going exponential, as I see, and as you see with the construction going on around here, it's growing even more. The Hilltop Business Association has done so many things we've been sponsoring. One of the biggest ones we've done is our street fair. We have that usually in August. It's an amazing street fair. We're going on our 6th one. We also have the Hilltop Wine Walk. We're on our 3rd annual one. It's been really exciting. The businesses all participate with this. People come in from all different areas to drink some wine and walk around, get to know the area. And then we're just starting out. We'll be starting our Art on the Hill. And that will be coming up this summer. And what's going to be great about that, we're hoping it's going to be a good turnout, and we're hoping to continue that every single month. And that's another thing that the Hilltop Business Association sponsors. We want to bring more people to the community. We want to show people that our community Hilltop is growing. We want to show how it's become safer, and we now have new businesses in here that are offering merchant stuff and offering services, especially those that are offering dinner stuff, where this place is just growing so much. I remember on our first wine walk, people kept saying they had no idea there were so many things here. So the Hilltop Business Association really wants to work hard at showing people how much we're improving here.
For more information on experiencing Tacoma business, log on to experiencetacoma.com. Up next, Andrew Fry provides some business tidbits for success on this segment of Tacoma Means Business. Aspiring entrepreneurs know the importance of using innovative approaches to turn their business dreams into reality. On this episode of Tacoma Means Business, Andrew Fry has some fresh ideas on helping your business grow.
When I was thinking about what I wanted to talk about today in regards to a tip, I thought to myself, I think I covered this maybe about 5 years ago or so. But currently, right now, I'm teaching my class, Managing Technical Teams, and we're discussing this very thing. So I thought I'd bring it up again and give a little bit more detail. It's something that I got from a book by McConnell called The Software Project Survival Guide. But what I've done is I've embraced the idea and I now apply it to any sort of project or business launch that might be a little bit more complex or take place over a longer period of time. So what I do is whenever I take on something that's going to require a little forethought, I like to break it up into what are the 3 intellectual phases of a project. Now, the 3 intellectual phases of a project, according to McConnell, are discovery, invention, and implementation. And I find that that's the case for every project, small or large. So let's dig just a little bit deeper as to why that's the case. The discovery phase, it happens in the first third of this activity for the most part. That's when you ask the questions. That's when you try to discover what you don't know, or what you don't know that you don't know. And that's when you talk to people. That's when you gather advice. Discovery is about the who, what, when, where, how, and why. Become the own reporter for your own project and try to get as much information as you can about the project, about the people, about the requirements, about the intent, the goals, everything. Discovery is all about asking those questions. Now, the other 2 phases, the invention and the implementation, they actually happen at the same time. It's just that the bulk of your time in that first third is going to be all about the questions. And you'll keep asking those questions all the way until the end when your project launches. Now, the middle piece of that, we'll even call it the second 3-month period in your 9-month project, is about invention. The problem is that a lot of people love to jump right to implementation. You might know people like that. I tend to do it myself sometimes. It's, here are all the questions I'm asking, here are the answers, and here's the solution, let's do it. When in fact, you should be taking as much time as you can to discover the variety of ways that you might be able to solve your problem, launch your project, meet your goals. Invention is all about looking at the various ways and approaches that you need to now take to be successful. So the discovery is done, and the invention will take a lot of time, and during that second part, even though discovery is still going on and actually implementation has already started, the bulk of your time is going to be spent on how do I do it in the best fashion possible? How do I come up with creative ways to solve my problems and implement my solutions, to create my efficiencies and to discover the opportunities? That's your invention. Finally, well, the clock's ticking. You've set your milestones and you're in that third portion of your 3 intellectual phases, implementation. You've discovered as much as you can, you've invented as much as you can, and you'll continue to do so until the project launches, but for the most part, you will be heads down, getting to work and making it happen, relying on all the information that you've gathered and all of the solutions that you've come up with through trial and error. And it's implementation time, because guess what? You need to meet your deadline. Project launch is project launch. It's time to ship, and you can't avoid that. As we said, picking and sticking are 2 different things. You picked it, now you got to stick with it, and now it's time to implement. Work. That's when you do all your work. That's when all of that earlier phases pays off, and hopefully when you're at the end and at that project launch, it's when all 3 phases end. That's when you're done, you launch, you're great. It's okay if you've got leftovers, if there's more answers to be had, if there's more invention to be done. The most important thing is you get it out the door, you get it launched, and that's the end of your implementation phase. So if you have a big project, take the time to look at this and make sure that each one of these is an equal, say, diagram of space, and try it out. It's going to be very helpful.
Thanks, Andrew. For more tips on launching and growing your business, check out Tacoma's Community and Economic Development Program at makeitTacoma.com. When Business Matters returns, it's barbecue time in the spotlight. Today in the spotlight, it's time for soul food mixed with Southern hospitality at Uncle Thurms Finger Lickin' Ribs and Chicken.
My name is Thurman Broken Brown, owner of Uncle Thurms Finger Lickin' Ribs and Chicken.
Thurman and his family dish up authentic soul food in Tacoma. Nestled on the east side on G Street, just across from Licken High School, is Uncle Thurms Finger Lickin' Ribs and Chicken, Northwest dining seasoned with Southern-style barbecue.
We pride ourselves in preparing Southern food / comfort food.
The food comes from Thurms family recipes. You'll find a cross-section of entrees, appetizers, and desserts with some sizable portions. Thurms says he sticks to the basics of good, home-style barbecue.
We do ribs, barbecue ribs, fried chicken, Cajun-style catfish, seafood gumbo, chicken gumbo.
On a busy day, the smell of barbecue and mesquite permeates the neighborhood. This is a good thing, because that's part of the experience of Southern-style barbecue. It all starts with knowing your product.
When you hear ribs, barbecue, pork, those are Southern entities.
It's not often you get a great big hug at a restaurant, but at Uncle Thurms Finger Lickin' Ribs and Chicken, that's all part of the experience. Thurm and his family want to welcome guests, whether it's one of the regulars or a first-time customer.
Our specialty is, believe it or not, hospitality.
Open for lunch and dinner, Thurm also features live music by local musicians. On Friday nights, it's barbecue and jazz as part of the weekly specials.
We provide live music on a weekly basis, and that's on Fridays, and it's primarily limited to jazz and blues.
Thurm says many customers come in with a certain expectation on what Southern comfort food means to them. But the menu medley of selections, from catfish and chicken to ribs and mac and cheese, are the hooks that draw these customers back again and again.
Obviously, the food is very important in bringing the customers back. And I want people to come in and relax, sit down, and let us serve you. We wouldn't do it any other way.
Coffee shops and seafood cafes are iconic symbols of Northwest cuisine. Thurm decided to bring Southern-style cooking in to fill a niche. He also felt comfortable with the unique cultural feel he said attracted him to Tacoma.
What really made me decide was the diversity that you have here in the Puget Sound.
You'll find the place hopping during lunch and dinner, but Uncle Thurms isn't meant to be a quick in-and-out restaurant.
This is not a fast food establishment. It's good food fast.
A successful business is one with focus. Uncle Thurms Finger Lickin' Ribs and Chicken has theirs. Consistency with dedication. Thurm says he keeps true to these ideals in many ways. The barbecue sauce is a great example of this.
You know, I realized early on that you have to provide a good product and provide that product consistently. For example, our barbecue sauce. I don't just settle for the run-of-the-mill barbecue sauce. The finished product that we have here took months to put it together.
His homemade sauce is just one special feature that contributes to a one-of-a-kind dining experience.
That not only, happens in our barbecue sauce, but with all our products. Our mac and cheese, the way we cut our steaks, everything. We take a lot of pride in what we do here. If you look around Tacoma, a lot of people realize that.
Uncle Thurms is a restaurant featuring family food with a family feel, all operated as a family business. Thurms says there's a staff of 4 who know the business and keep on track with customer service and care.
We're basically family oriented. It's my wife, my brother-in-law, her brother, and I have a grandson who comes in and helps. It's just us 4.
Even with a great family staff, Thurms says the restaurant wouldn't be what it is without the business dedication of his wife, Linda.
She's the linen company. She's the bacon company. She's the interior decorator. She's the backbone of the restaurant.
And as for the future of Uncle Thurms Finger Lickin' Ribs and Chicken, Thurms says he feels the business is right where he wants it to be.
We want to continue to offer the good service that we're offering right now.
His operation is perfectly in tune with his business plan, located in a city he finds to be very comfortable.
Tacoma's kind of laid back. I can hang down here. Tacoma's the place to be.
That's it for Business Matters. Join me next time for more insight into the Tacoma business scene. See you then.